Ayo, what's up? No, that's not working. What's going on, folks? Zach from Uchu Shelf here. Hope you guys are doing good and reading lots of manga. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute, as the youth say, I suppose. Honestly, haven't been reading much. I've been too focused on work. Lockdown and quarantine have honestly just sucked. And I just haven't honestly been feeling it. I haven't been feeling anything lately. And to be honest, over the last month and a half, I didn't really read much. So it felt kind of wrong to make videos about something I wasn't really doing. And that's just not what I want to do. I want to share my love of something for you. And when I'm just not feeling it, then it really, I think, comes across in a video. And I tried to make some videos and it didn't work out. And I was like, nobody's going to miss the channel anyway. It'll still be here when I get back. But the last week or so, I just woke up one morning. I was like, man, I could really go for some manga. And I looked at my shelf and I went, that's too much. I'm not gonna read anything. And then eventually I did read some stuff. So that's what we're here to talk about today. Let us sit down, grab a drink. It would be really nice if I had a drink right now just for comedic effect. And talk about what I've been reading lately. And down in the comments below, guys, you can tell me what you've been reading lately. But it's just between us. Don't tell your parents. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So, if you watched my last haul, you would have noticed that I bought the Bakuman box set. And I thought, wow, I cannot wait to get into this series again. I can't wait to read it all at once. And like everything else I buy, it's more like, cool. Not gonna touch that for a few months. In any case, I decided to sit down and just read through it again. I picked up the first volume, read through it, and it is as average as I remember it, to be perfectly honest with you. I did like this growing up. I loved this series when it was running, but I read through it again and there was something about it that was just like, yeah, it's, it's entertaining, it's good. And maybe it was just the first few volumes were kind of fumbly, but I don't know. Gonna keep with it because I feel guilty enough buying it all and now it's just sitting there and it's just gonna collect dust. The reason I actually wanted to get it back into reading Bakuman is I was watching a whole bunch of these documentaries on YouTube about just different mangaka and their processes. I watched like a Naoki Urasawa one, there's an Inio Asano one. I'll link them down in the description below. They're actually really interesting interviews. And I just turned around and I thought, yeah, you know what, I guess I'll read Bakuman. I don't remember if I finished this when it was running in Shonen Jump, but honestly, doesn't really matter because I get to experience it again in all its averageness. Now, this next one is actually kind of funny because you all know how excited I was for Ping Pong. And you just heard me talk about how this lockdown and the world situation, how work and everything else has gotten me down. Here is the physical embodiment of that fact. I have read this much of Ping Pong since I bought it. So annoying. But I'm reading through it now. I literally started it again. I got this far this morning, which is further than it was when I started shooting this video, and honestly still love this manga. I'm gonna read this like a million times before the final omnibus comes out. And guys, go pick up Ping Pong. Go watch my review. Go play Ping Pong and then go, man, I could really go for a manga about that. This is just the perfect manga. And you might not like the art style, that's fine. A lot of people have actually told me, yeah, it was okay. And it's fine being wrong, I guess, but I'm not going to hold that against people. Now, I mentioned averageness before in reading Bakuman. This is another epitome of just average. Someone billed this to me as Gantz light, like Gantz for kids, and a tiny bit. Oh, God, this series is just so meh. I like it. Don't get me wrong, it's actually really entertaining. I love the characters. I love the kind of the world building around it. I love the just random world of oh, there's this gate, there's these monsters, and there's these people who fight the monsters, and there's nothing about it that's original. But it's still fun. If I had read this when I was like 15, I would have been pissing my pants. Why would I be pissing my pants? You know what I mean? I'd be really excited. Like it's interesting. That's how I can sum World Trigger up. It's interesting, but my God, is it ever so average? And that's okay. Not everything has to be extraordinary to be entertaining. But let's talk about some manga that is actually interesting, like Gantz, Omnibus 5. What the fuck is going on in this series, honestly? Now, Gantz is a pretty easy to grasp story. When you die, there's a room that has this big black orb in it that tells you to go kill aliens. You kill the aliens, you get some points, and you get a shot at maybe being revived. Omnibus 5 here has dinosaurs, vampires, psychics, more dinosaurs, bigger dinosaurs, and then the main character ends up getting hunted. If you ever want to read a manga that is 100% one of the most interesting things you've ever read, you will definitely be entertained. You'll be glued to each page that you turn. But at the end of it, you go, huh? Gantz. Hiroya Oku. Honestly, I'm just going to recommend Gantz to anyone who's just getting into manga. And to be perfectly honest, let's all be real here. Gantz is for the children. We just get to enjoy it. And then finally, after months of owning Volume 1, and then 9 through 13, I've begun collecting the remainder of Ajin. So last night, pretty much, I read Volumes 1 through 3. I'm actually working my way through Volume 3, so I technically only read Volume 1 and 2 if you want to be a stickler for the details. This manga is going to be responsible for just getting me out of the funk and getting me back into manga. Like, holy hell, this manga is bloody insane. I remember watching the first couple of episodes on the Netflix, and I'm not a huge fan of 3D anime. It's done well in Ajin, and it's also really done well in their 2 series, Bubuki Baranki and Land of the Lustrous, do 3D anime really well. I'm getting off on a tangent here. Nobody gives a shit anyway. I remember watching the first few episodes of Ajin and thinking, wow, I don't like this. And then I bought the manga for whatever reason, literally after saying I didn't like the anime. And then I just barreled through these 2.5 volumes, and holy hell. Like, this is a series that just hits the ground running with no notice. There's no build-up, there's barely any world building before it gets right into the mechanics of the world and everything around it. And it's just like, hey, there are these demi-humans, then there's this kid gets hit by a car, everything goes to hell, and it takes no time to get there, and I freaking love that about this manga. And I have to wait now for volumes 6, and 8. Because Amazon does not know how to ship things. You all saw my hilarious tweet. By the way, there's more hilarious tweets over on Twitter at UchuShelf. And when I am done filming this, I'm going to edit this together, and then I'm going to get right back to reading it, because, wow, this manga is so friggin' good. Like, I don't know. That's really all I can say about it. I don't know much about it. I've just been really enjoying it so far, and I credit Ajin right now with getting me out of my, like, coronavirus lockdown funk and back into manga, and back making content for all the beautiful people who, for whatever reason, are watching UchuShelf. Speaking of, thank you for all of you for sticking around, leaving your comments, your likes, your dislikes even, and subscribing to the channel. I know I have been putting out a lot of videos lately, and honestly, I'm back at it. I'm gonna really, honestly try and get back at it, and if I don't, and I start dropping off again, you hold me accountable to it, because I am literally not happy unless I'm reading manga and talking about manga. But I'm going to try and do more videos like this. I'm going to read more. I'm going to sit down in front of the camera and talk to you guys about it. And let's just have a good time. Let's get through this complete write-off of the year. Let's get to next year and just keep reading manga, because that's all we got right now to keep the insanity at bay. In any case, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share the video around. Your support means a heck of a lot to me. I love seeing my videos being shared around on Twitter, Reddit, so on and so forth. It's really cool to see people go, wow, cool video, or people say, ha, you're an idiot. And as always, don't forget to support legal manga. Go to www.wherecanireadmanga.com to get the lowdown on where you, the viewer out there, can read manga for free, through a subscription, or buy it per volume. Do it all in a way that is above board legal and supports the creators and supports the industry and helps get us more manga like this. But that's enough for today, folks. I have to get back to reading manga.